Hello and welcome. You're watching Market Headstart on Moneycontrol. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is where we get you prepared for the trading setup of the day. Well, as far as the last week was concerned, we actually saw volatile moves on the D Street with few days of gains and few days of losses. When we talk about Friday, both the benchmark indices, Sensex and the Nifty, they ended in the red. They slipped up below their 50 days moving average as well because of some of the factors, because macroeconomic factors were not supportive of the Indian markets. There was data from on the inflation front and on the growth front, which was not very encouraging. On the global cues front, of course, the coronavirus impact really was an overhang for the markets as well. On Friday, we actually saw the Supreme Court come out with a verdict against telecom companies, saying that telecom companies will have to pay up all the AGR dues by March 17. So this was something that really dented the sentiment on Friday's trading session, and we saw an impact which was spreading across even the financial stocks. So actually, let's look at the first the tally on the D Street as we stand off as of now. So Sensex ended about 200 points or 0.5% lower in Friday's trading session to end at 41,257 levels, while the Nifty finished with a loss of 61 points and that too 0.5% lower at about 12,113 levels. Now remember, the good part is that the Nifty was able to hold on to the crucial psychological level of 12,100, but definitely it has breached below the 50 days moving average, and this was a second consecutive loss that we actually saw on the D Street as well. When you see on a week-on-week basis, we saw the Sensex gain about 0.3% in the last week's session. Also, Nifty gaining about 0.1%. Now, apart from this, if you look at today, looking at all the external factors, also the Indian markets may be headed towards a consolidative kind of a session. We may be able to we may be opening with a flat to a negative tone because the Asian markets are indicating something like that. But apart from this, coronavirus will be definitely an overhang to watch out for, and all the developments on that front will be keenly eyed by all the markets across the globe and not just India. But apart from this, let's also focus on what kind of foreign inflows have come in supporting the Indian market so far. So basically, they have also judged the mood of the market. The FPIs have actually sold worth about 704 crore rupees, while the DIs have bought about shares of 219 crore rupees in the Indian equity market when you talk about February 14th, that is Friday's session, as per the NSE provisional data. But foreign investors so far have been net buyers when you actually compare the data from September 2019 until now as well. So in the first half of February that has just gone by, the foreign investors have invested around 24,617 crore rupees in the Indian markets, and as per the depositors' data, we have seen FPIs pump in about a 10,400 odd crore rupee into equities market, while 14,191 crore rupees in the debt market, and this is between February 3rd and February 14th, which adds up to 24,617 crore rupees. Now, FPIs have been net buyers, and this is what is likely to remain the trend going forward as well. Let's also focus on some of the big news. Now, remember, on Friday, the biggest news for Indian domestic markets was the Supreme Court verdict on the AGR, or the adjusted gross revenues. So, apart from on this front, SBI chairperson Rajneesh Kumar actually came out with a statement saying that 15 banks will actually have to pay the price in case any telecom company files for bankruptcy and is not able to pay up this kind of a fund at all, because the Supreme Court has asked 1.47 lakh crore rupees to be paid by the telecom companies as far as dues of AGR are concerned. Now, the chief of the country's largest lender, which is State Bank of India, said that he's in a wait and watch mode, and the onus of ensuring telecom companies' compliance with the Supreme Court order really lies with the Department of Telecom right now under the government, and this is also as per PTI has reported. Let's also look at some of the stocks that will be very important on a session like today. Now, Realty Major DLF is also looking to raise about 2,000 odd crore rupees through monetization of certain commercial land parcels to its existing joint venture partners or even new partners. Now, debt-ridden telecom operator Vodafone Idea on Saturday did say that it is kind of assessing the amount it can actually pay towards the AGR dues, even as it has flagged the concerns of continuation of its business, and this is also as per PTI reports to us. Now, Bharti Airtel has also told Department of Telecom that it will deposit about 10,000 crore rupees by February 20th, following the Supreme Court ruling that requires the telecom companies to pay their adjusted gross revenue dues. Now, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, or ONGC, posted about a 49% year-on-year fall in its standalone profit at 4,151 odd crore rupees for the quarter ended December. So there could be an overhang on this stock post the results have actually come out in today's trading session as well. Let's also focus on the technical view right now. So Nifty has actually consolidated for a second day in a row, that is Thursday and Friday, forming a bearish candle. It actually slipped below its 50 days moving average as indicated earlier, and which is placed at 12,126. Now, Nifty also formed a doji candle on a weekly chart or a weekly pattern, and while a bearish candle on the daily chart. Now, what this really suggests is that on a day-to-day chart, there is an indication of bearish moves, but when on a week-on-week you compare, the charts indicate a doji kind of a pattern, which actually indicates indecisiveness in the markets, on indecisiveness between the bears and the bulls, which does not give any clear certainty about which way is the market really going to go. And all the market moves will also be dependent on external factors, on news flows, which will actually indicate which way the markets could go as well. Now, apart from this, if you really look at the Nifty actually holds above its crucial 12,000 level, so that is very important, and there may be some bit of consolidation extending that we could be able to see in this week as well towards 12,250 levels, and this is as per the technical experts who've spoken to us on Moneycontrol. Let's also look at the volatility index, or India VIX, which has moved up by 1.8% at 13.6 levels. Now, the three very crucial levels to watch out for on the index would be 12,092 on the downside, 12,247 on the upside, and 12,272, which will be the next crucial resistance that Nifty will face. Maximum call open interest is placed at 12,500, and maximum put open interest is placed at 12,000 and also 11,800. On the other hand, we also spoke to some technical experts to give you some technical recommendations for the day. We actually spoke to Angel Broking. There's a Sun TV, which is a buy on their list, with the last trading price of the stock was 497. You could keep the target on the stock as 542. The stop loss you need to maintain on the downside would be 470 rupees per share. There's an upside of about 9% that you can expect on this stock. Now, Angel Broking also has a buy on the pharma company Lupin. The last trading price of this stock was 719 rupees. The target price they have given on the stock is 745. The stop loss could be maintained at 702 with an upside of about 4%. Now, remember, this is not an intraday idea, but more of a positional play. So, in case you need to take your bets over here, do consult your financial advisor as well. And with that, it's a wrap here. Many thanks for joining us in this edition, and do stay logged on to moneycontrol.com for more news and updates. Thanks for watching.